Welcome to
the Extravagant Radio.
I'm your Phantom Juggalo host, DJ Booyaka, aka Holy Link. And today's going to be a great show. We're going to be talking about stocks, investing, and things like that with my homie Jacob. So stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages. Boom! This is
to the Extravagant Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dare I say, whatever you identify yourself as, I hope that you can read between the lines, for this is Around the Algorithm. Around the algorithm we go. 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 Around the algorithm.
So apparently, we have to feel sorry for pedophiles. Hold on! Don't anybody get mad. First of all, don't call them pedophiles, okay? They just love children. They love the children. That's all. A little more than you do. Matter of fact, if you don't look at children that way, maybe you need to question yourself, okay? I mean, far be it for me to suggest something outrageously outlandish, like a gladiator ring, where these sickos would go into a gladiator ring and kill each other for our entertainment. Absolutely outrageous. And for those who wouldn't want to fight, that would be put up on the cross and like get their genitalia cut off and bleed out right there in the middle of the ring with the guy that sounds like Macho Man Randy Savage is doing the cutting. Ooh, yeah! But far be it for me. That's too far. Too far. No. We have to understand them because you all don't understand what they're going through. Okay. You don't understand that they had a past. Okay. That's something that we all as a united world need to understand, is that they need to be understood. Okay. They love children so much they need to be in them. Yeah. If you really want to know what I think about pedophiles, YouTube, well, couldn't handle my show that I talked about pedophiles and what I believe should really happen to them. So if you really want to know what I feel about pedophilia and such things and of that sick nature, head over to Rumble. It should be up there and I'll link it down below. But with that said, that has been All Around the Algorithm.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dare I say, whatever you identify yourself as, I hope that you can read between the lines, for this is Around the Algorithm. Around the algorithm we go. Around the algorithm.
Welcome to to the Extravagant Radio. I'm your Phantom Juggalo host, DJ Booyaka, aka Holy Link. And today on the phones with me is my homie, Jacob. And today we're going to be talking about stocks. And of course, a very important one that maybe when you're doing stocks you should look into when you're doing investment, and that is shibu. But we'll get into that later. Jacob, why don't you say hello to everyone? And before we get started, everyone, make sure you light your blunts, And light your weed or whatever. And get ready because this is gonna be a trip. And get ready to just get financially stable. Here we go. Jacob, say hi.
Hey everybody, how you doing? You know where you can find me. I'm on YouTube in 2 places. The Shib Lord and then Gadros Games, both on YouTube.
Okay, so before I ever got into stocks or any of this, I thought you had to have a lot of money. That Wolf of Wall Street stuff. That or he's in his chest or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Doing all that stuff. I thought you had to have a lot of money, but apparently you don't because of something called Robinhood. Now everyone can be an investor. The little man can become the big fish. Don't get too big though, because if you get too big, you'll get killed. So find that good little middle line. We'll get into all that later. Jacob, you got me into investing. You started telling me about Robinhood and telling me that I should start, don't ever put in. That's the most important thing that you told me. Don't put in anything that you're scared to lose or that you don't want to lose. Anyway, explain to people a little bit of what you've explained to me about stocks. And let's open everyone's minds to investing.
Absolutely. Excuse me, I'm smoking a blunt.
Hey, you're smoking yours, I'm smoking mine. It's all good. That's what this is about. Welcome to Eat to the Extravagant Radio. Everyone, let's smoke weed and let's get high and get our money high. Remember, let's get that snowball going. We'll talk about the snowball and everything, but we have to get started somewhere. And this is it. Let's when you're ready, Jacob.
Absolutely.
When you're ready.
Stocks are the best way. Stocks and cryptocurrency alike are both a very good way to build money. Something that is a common misconception among most people who aren't very versed in the financial world itself is that they think that putting money in a savings account is the best approach to building wealth, which couldn't be anything further from the truth.
Why?
Because the savings account only typically pays you 0.01% of whatever you put in. And that's really, really low. So if you have about $5,000 in, you're barely getting $5, if that, a year.
What?
So there's almost no incentive.
Yeah.
Now there's other places that give you like 4 or 5%. Those are usually money market accounts, and while those aren't a bad way to build money, investments can give you hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of percents of money. A good example, I took $3,500. I invested all of it into GameStop, and then I sold it for about almost $30,000 in the span of a month. And now stuff like that doesn't happen all the time, but the reason you want to buy stock is so that you can be exposed when stuff like that does happen. Because obviously most people, I would say 99% of people, aren't going to be sitting there watching and understanding the stock market enough to know when to buy into something. So the average person needs to just pick stuff that they like, companies that they think will last for, 20, 30, 40, 50
Nintendo, I got Nintendo. Hey, all I can say is, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Nintendo! I'm sorry.
Yeah, and Nintendo's a good example of a good stock. They're probably very safe. They're not going anywhere. They are a company that's been around forever, and I see them continuing to be around.
And let's talk about this, Jacob. I'm so glad we're live for this. Let's talk about this for a second. Since what you taught me is that it's about buying when it's at its lowest and selling when it's at its highest, right? That's pretty much what this game is, right? Buy when it's low, sell when it's high. It's a game, right? Right?
It is a game, but at the same time, you gotta be willing to go through the hard time. Because there's a good chance you're gonna have your money in there, and it's gonna go down a little bit, and that's okay.
It is. That's the time when you want to buy, right? Is buy when the money's when it's down, and that's when you want to buy more stocks, right?
That's exactly right, because you do something called dollar cost averaging.
See, I'm new at this, but I'm getting it.
And exactly, and it's all about just you learn as you go. And the important thing is, when you buy something, if it goes down, you don't sell it just because it goes down. If you buy something like Nintendo and it goes to $5, you probably just buy more Nintendo.
That's right.
Because
That's exactly why I want Nintendo, because I know Nintendo fluctuates. Nintendo always messes with people's minds. Everyone's like, oh, now the Switch 2 ain't coming out. Don't nobody know what Nintendo's playing, and that's what I love about Nintendo. And that's why they're going to be good little fluctuates. They're going to be good little, they're good. When the Switch 2 comes out, I might sell a little bit of it. You never know. That's the beauty of this, though. You can do that with stocks. I'm sorry, continue. Oh, man.
No, absolutely. And it's important that when you find opportunities when stocks are low, you put money in, and while your money isn't going up, you continue to have the patience to hold on to it and not sell just because you're down a little bit. That's how you lose money. Most people lose money in the stock market, not because they pick bad stocks, but literally because they're constantly going in and out of stocks. In and out, in and out, in and out. So they're not making any money because they get scared of losing them. So they sell at a loss.
But that's why you got to get a company that's not going to go that like you were saying, that you believe in. Like exactly. think about this, ladies and gentlemen, listeners of all my extravagant listeners. Those of y'all who are listening right now, y'all are extravagant. Pretty fucking extravagant, if you ask me. Anyway, think about this. What if you were doing stocks during the excuse me, during the time of COVID? And you were like, I don't know, buying, toilet paper and your stocks.
It's true. The toilet paper companies, if you bought them before COVID.
Say that again. I'm sorry, I was coughing.
A lot of the toilet paper companies, if you had bought them before COVID, you would have made bank on them in COVID.
Bank, man. Not to mention the, what do you call that? The sanitizing, hand sanitizing?
Cleaning companies.
Huh?
Companies that sell like a bunch of like cleaning supplies.
Yeah.
Like sanitizer, like you're saying.
Dude, you win. They won. They won that. I mean, whoever. Well, yeah. Well, it's I hope y'all are smoking too. But excuse me. This is a very important show. So it's about starting your fucking stop coughing. It's about starting your fucking portfolio, ladies and gentlemen. Your portfolio for your future. To start getting your ball rolling. Whether that's $5 here, $10 there, doesn't matter.
And that's another important thing. I really want people to understand you don't have to commit thousands of dollars at a time to this.
Yeah, a little.
You can do as little as $1, I think, is the lowest you can invest in a stock. The Robinhood is like $1.
Look, I put like, what, $5 or $10 into, because we were trying to put it in Nintendo, something went wrong during that process the first time. So we quickly moved it into Tesla. Now, it was like a year. I didn't check my stocks or whatever. I had $10 or $20 more. You know?
Exactly. So you didn't put anything in.
It's like, and I didn't put anything more in there. So now I moved over everything to something called Shibu, which we really need to talk about. Oh, I'm so excited about this. I feel like this is the new GameStop one. If we can all just come together, you're going to see me putting Shibu Inu in a lot of this and a lot of future products that I'm working on, projects. You're going to see me putting Get Shibu Inu. Seriously, y'all, start investing. We can do this. It'll be our last hurrah. I believe it will be our last hurrah as investors and things like that. I don't think that the bigger ups are going to like another GameStop situation happening. But I do think that Shibu Inu is our last hurrah, as it were, before the banks take over everything like they're planning on. So,
and the good thing about Shiba Inu coin recently, it became the 10th largest cryptocurrency. It is also been being used by Manny Pacquiao's company. He does a lot of philanthropy work over in the Philippines, and so he helps a lot of impoverished people. And so he's also helped. He's using Shiba Inu coin to help facilitate some of his transactions.
Think about that. Think about that, folks. And Manny Pacquiao. Listen, I'm not racist, but I know that Filipino people stick together, and I know that. Hey. If Manny Pacquiao got Shiba Inu, everybody's gonna get shit. I'm getting Shiba Inu. That's all I'm saying. I'm getting Shiba Inu. You know what? Talking right now is making me feel like why? You know, whenever I'm buying stuff now at the store, this isn't good, folks. Remember. Don't be like Jacob, and I'm the road that I'm going down. Do what Jacob told me to do in the beginning. Put the money in there and then don't look at it. Put the money in there and don't look. Don't do what I'm starting to do with Jacob. I got the damn thing on my phone, this Robinhood, and I got you wanting to look at it all the time. You watch the rise and go down, and you feel like, man, I just want to.
It looks like a video game.
It is. It's like a video game, and I feel like, man, I just want to take $5 and just pop it in there right now. It's just a simple button press. It's just $5. So it's it's not hard now. This isn't good, but at the same time, it might be because I'm really good at video games and getting high scores, and I want to get a really fucking high score. That's all this is.
And there's 100 different ways to get a high score. While you're investing into Shiba Inu coin, you should also invest into stocks like you are. And you were talking about building a snowball earlier.
Yes.
And to kind of build on that, stuff that can help beginners out a lot in the market. If you're kind of just starting out and you don't know a lot about picking individual companies and stocks like that, you can pick stuff called ETFs, and all those is a collection of stocks. So it's a little bit easier. So if one stock takes a huge hit, it's okay. You still have 500 other companies in that little pocket.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and I'm going to get you into those too. And then the other thing I want to talk about is dividend stocks. These are very important for people like us because it's important to realize that the government has said already that Social Security won't be around forever. So they're planning on basically cutting our benefits as a nation for retirement. And with that being said, dividend stocks provide a way of retirement in themselves because before they pay you a sizable amount of money, what you want to do is these companies will pay you a portion of money either every month, every 3 months, or sometimes in weird cases like Nintendo pays their dividend twice a year. But it's important to own companies that pay you a dividend, and you want to reinvest the money they give you back into the company to get your dividend payment larger. Until you get to the point where your dividend payments are so large that you can live off them, essentially. And I'm also trying to do that plan as well.
All right, listeners, if you're still listening, you're probably thinking to yourself, what about if something plummets? What if stocks crash? Well, did you know that Jacob told me that if your stock crashes, you get that money back at the end of the year in your stocks or in your taxes? Sorry. Can you please
get it back on your taxes?
Can you please explain that to the lovely listeners?
Yes. So basically, let's say you have $3,000 invested into a stock.
$3,000.
It's important to know that this rule only applies to $3,000 a year, but it will continue on. So if you lost $6,000 and you didn't make any money for 2 years, at the end of the next year, you would also get another $3,000 back on your taxes as a tax credit.
Okay, so how it's wrong? So it's not completely like
it's not forever. It's
not pennies to the dime, correct? It's you gotta reach a certain level. Then they're like, all right, he's got a lot in here. We can.
Well, no, and they do it up to $3,000 a year. So even if you lose like 400 or whatever, you're covered.
Oh, okay, cool. So up to cool, we're cool. So I was right. All right, so yeah, it's awesome.
But the important thing is
important. Okay, listen.
You don't sell companies just because they're down. This is something that will apply to you if a company completely gets wiped out, basically, or you personally decide for yourself, this company is not going up. I need to get out. Which is not all the time, and that's why you want to focus on buying really good companies.
That's why I got Nintendo. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I got Nintendo. They're never going anywhere. They're never going anywhere.
Strong company.
They're leading. They lead gaming. Anyone who says any different isn't paying attention. Nintendo leads everything. They're just so intelligent. Look how patient they are. No one's got that sort of patience. No one has the Nintendo ninjas. No one knows what's going on with the Nintendo Switch. Everything is just because we knew everything about the PS5 before that thing came out. We knew everything about the new Xbox before it came out. We knew everything. We don't know nothing. It's all rumors, folks.
Yeah. What's interesting, a good example here. Link is you are very good at analyzing video game markets. Like, you're very in tune with what's going on. You're very in depth. You know what's going on with Sony, Nintendo, like all the major video game companies.
Like right now, I want to. Wait! Before you go on that rant, I want to cut you off for 1 second. Can we buy Hogwarts Legacy or no?
So,
just real quick, and then go back on what you were saying. Yes.
And the answer is, well, I don't know. I'd have to look into that. But let me explain how you would deduce that, right? You see a product and you want to invest in it. All you need to do is see if the company that produced produced Hogwarts Legacy is on the stock market.
WB.
What is it?
WB.
WB?
Yeah.
Is it Warner Brothers?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm pulling
it up right now. Okay, but what were you saying about me? Not that I'm all about myself.
No. And this is going to apply to every viewer in some sort.
No, me. You were saying Link.
Yeah. So basically, you're very in depth and in tune with what's going on in the video game markets. You watch a lot of news on it. You know what's going on. So you can use that as a competitive advantage in the stock market. Because if you suspect a company is about to make a boatload of money, and you're in the gaming industry and you know they're on the stock market, you can put money into them and profit from it immensely. And the reason I was saying that would apply... I gotta learn this from you, for real. And I'm going to teach you, because you already understand what companies are going to do good in the gaming industry. You already know that. So you can use that knowledge to make money accordingly. And the reason this applies to everyone is every single person has something they're passionate about and that they know a lot about. So if you know a lot about a certain industry, start looking around at what companies are performing well, and you would probably know because you're passionate about it. So you know about, like, Magic. I know Magic has to have stocks. So Magic is owned by Hasbro, and I think Hasbro has a stock, yeah. I don't know if I haven't looked into purchasing them, though. You should, though, because no one knows more about Magic than you. Man, excuse me. I know one person that knows as much about Magic as you, and he should, because he owns a comic shop. Good guy, but he should know, like, all the cards. It's, still amazing that he does, but what's amazing is Jacob, who doesn't own a comic shop, knows every story, knows every single backstory, knows every card and what it does. I can say it's amazing. It's amazing. Everything. It's insane, folks. And I also used to play the game on a very competitive level for professional reasons, so that's why. So there's a reason. Still, to know all the cards, I was playing a little bit competitively, but I mean, damn, I still don't know shit like that, man. you know, like every card. You could listen, dude. You're a nerd. Just say it, bro. You're a nerd. You're a nerd. You know everybody. Listen, man. I play with Magic people that don't even know the story. They're just like, yo, dude, I like the card. You know the story, bro. You know everything. Pyrex. You're like, That's my favorite playing.
You know it all, dude.
That's like literally where I started playing. They're the most badass, evil entities on the planet. They turn you into like a machine hybrid monstrosity, and if you don't survive, they're like, "Yeah, you were just a weak bitch. We didn't need you anyway. Like, you just weren't cut out for this shit.
You just weren't cut out for it at all." Then comes the Eldrazi. What the fuck is that?
Those guys are fucking terrifying. And honestly, like,
why are you annihilating everything? Magic destroys friendships. I say it here. I say it here. Magic destroys friendship. Magic the Gathering. The little kid card game makes. Ooh-wee, man. Grown men act like children when you do.
I yelled at you.
Dude, okay. Here's what happened, folks, and then we'll get back to stocks. Let's weird off stocks for a minute and talk about Magic the Gathering.
Weird off for a second.
Okay, because here's what happened. First of all, Jacob, he has this tendency to make it seem like let's say Super Smash Brothers. Apparently, he really goes off when he does things, and he goes like really tournament level with shit. Well, we and my friends, we're not friends, we're co-workers. We're friends over there at work. I mean, we're all pretty cool. So we all started, you know. He got us first with Smash Brothers. He beat all of our asses like we weren't shit. And he would say, "No, man, I don't really play much." And he's such a that's such a, and we fell for it. He got us. He beat us. He showed us, okay, don't fuck with him when he's piranha playing. Then he got us in Magic. He was like, because me and this other dude at work were playing together. And then you were like, you know, I know a little bit about it, not much. And whatever, he knew so much. He knows so much. Practically everything. Matter of fact, everything. And this dude just wipes the floor with me and two other co-workers all the time, man. So you gotta understand, it's me, Joe, that guy, Joe, man, one more, me, yeah, us four against you. And man, he kept beating all of our faces in with these 1-1s. That was the most infuriating thing in the world. 1-1s. He made a whole deck, EDH, you know, where you're commander and stuff, and it was just 1-1s. And he didn't let us play at all. He did all these moves. And then I almost broke the table. I almost flipped out on everybody because he did this shit where he kept on fucking making cussings. I think we're 23 minutes in. Fucking cussings allowed. Fuck this fucker. Fuck this big fucker. You know what he looks like? He looks like that. You ever seen the fucking, you ever seen Fallout? Anybody ever play Fallout? Remember that fucking when you gain stamina? Or whatever. You got your little level up things. You can like upgrade your, perks or whatever. This dude looks like the strength perk. That's what he looks. He's all muscly. This fucker here is beating our ass in Magic like we ain't shit. So what we decided to do was team up on this motherfucker and take him out. Period. We took him out. All due prejudice. We fucking did what we had to. It hurt doing it. He got mad. He was turning all sorts of colors, and he's a big dude. Jacob's huge. So we did what we did, but at the same time, he's our boy. We all felt bad. And homeboy, I've never heard Jacob get mad and yell, but boy, he yelled at me that day. He was like, "Man, ooh, boy, he got mad. He told me to go suck a dick." He said, "Go suck a dick." I was like, "Ooh, damn." I get it. It was fucked up, all of us teaming up on him, but he wins all of them. So what was he mad about one? I mean, take that shit to the chin like a champ, bro. Be like, yeah, that's what it takes. You know, the perfect game, but I found the perfect game for us when we're playing you is that one where you're the boss. They made a game like that.
Arch enemy.
Yep. And you should be yeah. That would be awesome. But that's anything you want to add to that? Fucker?
No, other than that we need to play a game again sometime.
Sure, why not? It's fun to lose all the time. It's great. Whatever. Anyway, back to stocks. Get Shibu. But this little Magic the Gathering talk conversation was brought to you by Shibu Inu. Don't forget to get Shibu Inu. Next time when you get Robin Hood, first thing you should do is get Shibu Inu. Shibu Inu. I'm telling you now, I am in no way at all. How do you say that? I'm not a. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial advisor.
I am not a financial advisor either.
And we are not financial advisors. We're only giving good financial advice. That is awesome. We are not financial advisors. We're just giving good financial advice. It sounds like a beat.
This is our opinion.
This is our opinion. We are not financial advisors.
Yeah, that's important. That's incredibly important.
But we are giving great financial advice.
So the reason I think you buy cryptocurrency now is
before it goes away. Sorry.
I wonder because like they have put taxation on it already. Like you get taxed on your crypto sales. But like I don't know if Bitcoin can just go away. It's got over $1 trillion of money into it.
$1 trillion.
Over $1 trillion.
Over $1 trillion. That's nothing to these worms, these evil people, man. $1 trillion is pennies to these evil fucks and scum. Crazy, isn't it, to think that?
Yeah, because like, let me look up how big the U.S. economy is. I think we're several hundreds of trillions.
Okay, I'm not saying that hundreds of trillions is a penny to these people. Maybe $1 trillion is a penny to these people. Hundreds of trillions. And even $1 trillion is you got to be a badass to have $1 trillion. I mean, right?
I don't think there's a trillionaire on the earth yet.
What? I thought Amazon dude was.
I don't think there is a trillionaire. I know there's billionaires and multi-billionaires.
I thought. What about Elon Musk?
I think we'll look him up next. But so in the entire United States economy, there is $27.97 trillion. So there's not even 100 trillion United States dollars.
Gotcha. So okay, but still, they don't. It's not like the banks have that cash money in their fucking account anyway.
No, this is all a big Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, it's all numbers. That's what I'm saying. Someone got a lot of money up there, dude. I'm telling you, just because we don't know it, that doesn't mean they don't exist. Someone's up there.
There's people out there with big hella money.
Yeah, I'm saying you, man.
No, not everyone can go get their money from the bank at the same time. It will not work.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. You can't go to the bank like, yo, let me go $100 million, man. Well, hello? You ever heard of a credit card? You ever heard of something?
Elon Musk's net worth is $194.2 billion.
Ain't shit. There you go. You ain't shit, Elon. No wonder.
He's not even worth the entirety of Bitcoin.
No wonder you're still breathing. Keep going, scientist. The only reason you're breathing is because you're making us a scientist. And hurry up and make my girlfriend. Hurry up. I need you to hurry up and make my AI girlfriend. And hurry up and finish. You're almost there.
No, but so real quick, just some quick, solid tips. If you're going to start investing,
Shibu Inu.
Okay. Shiba Inu coin is a fun little cryptocurrency.
You're not inspiring enough right now for this. Your name is Shib Lord. Why am I more inspired about this than you are? Come on!
I was going to talk about it.
Dude! And don't forget to watch Dumb Money, people. It's on Netflix. It's about the GameStop thing, but it will explain to you a lot about, like, seriously, it'll get you in ties and get you into Robinhood and make you understand some things. But go ahead, Jacob. What's your beef with the Shib?
Nothing. I have 75 million Shiba Inu coins. I have a lot of Shiba Inu coins.
Yeah. Well,
I'm just saying, if you're gonna buy that, you should buy it. I love it. I own it. I enjoy it. I think it's gonna make a lot of money.
Yeah.
But also buy stocks. And what I was just going to say is just general investment advice, even though I'm not a financial advisor, is just try, if you're starting out, just try $10 a week. And then you'll be like, eventually, you'll start to realize, like, I need to find a way to get more money in here. And it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Once you start investing and once you start realizing how it works, you quickly begin to understand how you need to put a fuckload of money in there.
So you said you begin to understand how to put a fuckload of money in there.
Exactly.
Okay. Excuse me. I'm sorry, guys. Well, I completely understand what you're saying. I'm going to let my snowball just roll. I got Nintendo. I'm going to put a little bit in there. I'll put a little bit into Shibu Inu every time I can. Shibu Inu's got to come. I mean, I'm telling you, man, that's just, I feel something about that. I'm watching things. I'm listening around. And when I'm hearing that name being brought up around here in the middle of nowhere, that's got to mean something.
Dude, it's getting huge. The search volume is increasing for it every day. More and more people are hearing about it. Hold on, I'll tell you how much money is in it right now. So
that's what I'm saying. I don't want to be late again. Like I was late for the Bitcoin. Like imagine if we were first on the Bitcoin.
Oh, bro, we'd be rich as hell.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying. This is just the beginning, though, of this coin.
Yeah, it's good that we're in it and able to get. That's what I'm saying. It's good that we're in it now while it's beginning, while the talking's happening, while we're still. Because soon it's going to get real big, and then it's going to be a lot more to get. Right? It costs a lot more than to be able to.
Well, the more people who start to buy this, the more money it will cost you to own. So when you buy, it's best to buy it on a dip.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why I was looking at it one time at 3:00, and I was like, "Dang, this thing dipped that much. I want to buy some now."
On dips.
It dipped far. It looked like someone jumped off a cliff and just. And it started going up and then down a little bit, and you could see the stuff real time, like moving in real time. I was like.
Oh, yeah. It updates like every minute, every second. Like it's live, constant.
I get your point. I see that line that you're talking about, and I'm imagining it when that reaches that line. That's when you want to sell a little bit of it, keep a little bit of it in there, and kind of do it again until you're comfortable, and keep on doing that and playing that game. There's that line that you could. I see what you did when you told me what you did when you sold a little bit of it when you did it, because I seen that peak. I was like, wow, that's what you do. And not all of it, just a little bit of it. And then so when the big one comes, and then you just keep putting a little bit more. I see the game now. But don't forget this, folks. For everything that you do, whenever you take out money, you will have to pay that back in taxes.
Yes.
Not all of it, but
each sell is a taxable event.
Yeah, okay, so I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but please tell them that again, but please also explain to them how much of a percent they will have to pay back for what they take out.
So you're going to want to understand each state is different, and each country and stuff has their own rules. So you'll want to familiarize yourself with the tax code that's local to you. So your state might charge you a capital gains tax. But the federal tax for cryptocurrency, I believe, is 15%. The tax for short-term capital gains, I think, is 50%.
What?
And long-term capital gains is like 7-something%.
So if I pulled out $1,000, they got to get back $500?
Not 50, 15, 1-5.
Oh, homeboy. Woo! Still, 15's a lot, but still, they shouldn't be getting whatever, man. I ain't even gonna get into that. We ain't even getting into that. They're dipping their hands in there, all of your taxes and all your winnings, and that's how they get. How are you gonna work?
Anytime a cent enters your hand, Uncle Sam wants his.
I don't even understand it. How you gonna take my penny? Well, we're gonna cut it in half right here. Back in the day, we used to do this. We used to bite this thing. Clink. Here's a quarter of mine, and here's your 80%. Wow, 75%. You asshole.
We are actually the 11th largest cryptocurrency. with $16 billion in market cap.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, old boy. High class. Yeah. Now,
And I just want to also be like fully disclosing to everybody, I have made money on Shibu Coin. I have sold some already.
Tell him you made. Tell him you made a living on it. You didn't have to give it.
Money.
You didn't have to even do a work, but. You know, when you get that kind of money, sometimes you try to spend a little more money. Now that you know that, though, let another man. You are very smart with how you handle. And trust me, he's very smart how he handles his stocks. You don't, man. He's a determined young fellow. I'll tell you that.
I will just I just keep holding and holding and holding. I'll hold for years and years and years and years if I have to.
He's doing it. I see it. I'm a witness to it. I already know what his numbers are. I'm going to tell you, he might not be a financial advisor. Fuck that shit, dude. Not everyone has the money to go to college and get your fucking paperwork that's done on paper. Some people just fucking know shit. This dude's a genius in the shit in the crafts that he does, period, dude. You don't meet him everywhere. And I'm giving you some real solid advice here, folks. Listen, man, I don't know a lot, man. I'm terrible with money. I'm here to say. But you know what? Fuck that. There's got to be a time in your life where you got to say, you know what? You got to try to better yourself. You have to secure the future for you or for someone that you love or for anything, right? So, I mean, you got to start from somewhere, and the banks only want to take your money. I get that they get a percentage of it, but if we work together, we can get a big fucking percentage of it. And we don't have to take it all out. And you can if you want. That's the beauty. It is a game because you do have to be worried about it because if it does plummet, that's why don't be careful when you're playing this. Don't put all your eggs in one basket either.
And don't spend money with the idea that your stocks are going to be the same value as they were yesterday. And
don't, most important, the one thing that I took out of everything, which really helps, and I'm not even going to keep looking at this Robinhood thing. I'm going to do like I was before, just staying off of it. But unless I'm putting money into it, because it's irrelevant.
Well, you need to hold on to it just in case it goes up crazy, so you have to have immediate access to it. That's why you want to keep it. Yeah,
I got it. It's on there. I'm not getting rid of it. I'm not getting rid of it at all. It's there. It's there. I'm gonna put money. I'm gonna start putting money in there like I'm supposed to be.
And once a week if you can.
Every 2 weeks. But
every 2 weeks.
But yeah, and I'm gonna just slowly. And that's the most important thing, folks. Don't put in what you're not willing to lose. Please remember that. He told me that, and that's it. If you can't do it, don't do it. If you got $5 you could put in that time, put $5 in. Put in what you're not willing to lose, so that if you do lose it all, you're like, whatever. I was just $5 here and there that I wasn't really worried about. You know, because believe it or not, $5 adds up. Now, if you keep doing it every week, right? Versus 5, 2 weeks. That's 10. 3 weeks, 15. For a month, that's 20. You keep doing that for a year. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 50, 2, 4, 6, 100. That's $120 right there.
And then if you put it into a stock that goes up.
And yeah, that's just you putting money into it. That's not even to mention, like he said, if it goes up. What if it shoots up? Or what? Then you're making way more. Look at me. I put in $5 and I had $10, $15, whatever back. $5, $10, let's just say $10 or $20 back. It was around, I don't know the exact amount. All I know is between $5 or $10 I put in. And by the time we went back a year later or whatever, about a year, it was a lot, but it was $5, $10. Get the fuck out of my face. That's me not even putting any money in there. No more.
That's exactly right. So it's like if you keep adding over time, it'll just keep growing and growing. And then that's why I love dividend stocks, is because they pay you to own them. So then it helps you put money in more.
Okay. But I want to understand this whole dropping thing. So let's do this. Okay, I'm a visual, so I want to see this visually in my mind. So you're going to see the stock, right? It's dropping. So while I'm putting money into it, when I'm putting money into it when it's low, does that mean I'm getting more of that stock?
Yes. That's correct. So basically, like, what's going to happen is, so let's say you were in the red, right?
Yeah, going down.
Let's say you own something, and it's less than what you bought it for. So what's going to happen now is you're going to put money in, and it's a lower price, so that'll lower your average price of how much it's worth. So when it goes up, you'll make even more money.
So it's going to go up now. So for let's just say it's in the red. I put $10 in, and now it starts rising the bar. It's going up. And now it's up like, I don't know, it's up a lot. Not way up, well, let's just say up 25% what it was when it was going down. So it's still got like another 75% to go to be where it was before it goes across that line to make a lot more money. But you know what I mean? Start position.
So the best way I can explain that to you without like getting too specific on math and stuff, because it would just depend on how much it went up, the equivalent of what you had in and all that good stuff. A real good example. If you had $100 into a stock,
yeah,
it goes down 20%. It goes down to $80. If you put another $100 in there, the average value of your stocks will be worth $90, basically. And then it will go up again, and you'll make more money because what you own now, you own it at a cheaper price because you bought in low. You can make your own position number lower by buying in the red.
Okay.
Which is usually how you make a lot of money. Because people who own stocks for years and years and years and years, they have these fucked up events happen like COVID or the 2008 recession. And some people are dumb and they sell all their stocks. Meanwhile, the people who just hold on to everything they have and put money in during those low times, they come out on the other side way, way, way more wealthy than they were.
Yeah, I could imagine that. I really can.
If you bought certain stuff in 2008, dude, you'd be a millionaire today. Like, I think, like, oh, dude.
That's what I was telling you, man. Like toilet paper, there's some things, man, if you knew. And I mean, I had a feeling when I was saying all the time, man, I wish I had stocks for this. Man, when this stuff was going on, looking at it happen to the toilet paper, I was like, man, stocks would have been nice having some fucking, I don't know, what's the toilet paper brand that's popping in my mind? Why can't I think of a brand right now?
Charmin?
Yeah, Charmin. There's so many. There's Panda even. There's so many.
What a good like utilities, like not what's the word? What do you call them? What do you call
cleaning or
yeah, stuff like that. Procter and Gamble. They own basically fucking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of brands, and basically anything in a pharmaceutical aisle they own. They own the generic alcohol. They own the generic toilet paper brands. They own fucking almost everything. It's a very safe investment.
All right, perfect. We did all that. Remember everybody what he said before we end the show. Let's get into final round. What is a possibility? We're going to talk about this every show from now on. It'll be final round investment. We're here with Jacob. I'm going to make a little music thing for it. I'll probably put it right at the end of this so everyone will get a little taste of what I made for it before this goes up. I'll make a little jingle for Jacob and stocks, and it'll be pretty cool. And but what do you think is a good stock for the future that people could put in right now that would be good? Because I think, is there stocks for something like doomsday preppers?
So stocks, if you're thinking the world's going to end.
Yeah, for things like that. For like what's that? Patriot Supply? Do they have a stocks? You know what I mean?
I don't know if Patriot Supply has a stock. What I would do...
But do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. What I would do if you think the world is going to end.
I don't right now. I mean, I was just saying.
Yeah, obviously, as an example.
Because World War III is right. Okay, fuck that. No. War. Let's think fucked up right now because like war dogs. Stocks. What guns are they going to be selling? What are they using right now in Ukraine?
what you want to
Dude,
buy.
let's do it now. Let's do it now. You're the genius behind the. You're fast with your fingers. What guns are they using right now in the war and all this stuff? Because that's what we got to put our stocks in, dude. So I hate to say it. That's what we got to put our money in, dude. We have to put our money in where the guns are at and where they're using the armor and the ammo, right? That's where stuff's popping off right now. I'm not being mean to be mean. I'm saying that's fucked up, but that's where the money's at, right? Seriously, is the money going into the guns and right? That sounds so fucked up, but this is so real. That's exactly what they're doing. Whatever, man. Either you're bossing up enough to say it or you ain't, man. This is extravagant radio. I just say it the way it is, man. War is a big game. I don't know what to tell you. It's and you can believe it or not. And you know what? Fuck it, dude. If everybody want to keep playing, whatever, man. All right. There are winners and losers, motherfucker.
Answer your question.
Go ahead.
You don't want to buy individual gun dealers.
Not individual. Don't they have
the stock you want to buy?
Okay.
Or the war. Lockheed Martin.
Oh, what?
Lockheed Martin.
Lockheed Martin. There we go. Ha ha. Real American. See? American brand.
LOCKHEED.
It's hating on me and shit.
The ticker symbol is LMT.
LMT. Remember that. So that's what we want to do. Put a little bit of money in there. As fucked up as that is. But you got to look at the realistic, man. That's what it is. And also, so here's what's going on in the world right now. We got video games, war. What else? What else is going on?
Cryptocurrency is kind of going off the chain right now, so that's popular in the media.
Wait, that stupid thing that we hate. I want in on it while it's hot. The stupid thing. You can buy like a little picture. It's like a little digital picture. What is?
Oh no, that died last year. That was hot, but it's
okay.
Hot.
Okay, so we're gone. So you gotta get it while it's hot, and then you gotta let it go when it's high.
Yeah, or else you get destroyed.
Yeah, that's something like that. I knew that wasn't gonna last, but I knew that it was gonna be hot enough that it was retarded to be hot enough for a little bit. See, I think I got the right mind for this, dude. I really do. Don't be mad at me because I'm becoming rich because I'm playing the game the right way. I'm only putting $5 into Lockheed Martin. There's people in there putting millions in.
Exactly. Like I think everyone can achieve financial independence if you try hard enough and you save for yourself.
Whatever, dude. I'm such a dick. I ain't putting no money into Lockheed. I mean,
they make hella money. Hey, they sell hella guns.
Unless my financial advisor tells me otherwise. Other than that, I'm sticking with my Nintendo and Shibu Inu. Shibu Inu's where it's at, folks. And that's what I gotta say for the show. I mean, I think Shibu Inu is where it's at. Anyway, anything you want to say to close off this awesome show that we just had here about financial investment and invest in your life? So you first of all get Robinhood and then take the right steps and get Shibu Inu and Nintendo and whatever you want to say there, good sir.
Yeah, and so basically start small. And learn, and basically, you don't be intimidated.
Mm-mm.
People like to make money off of other people by telling them that the stock market is hard.
Mm-hmm.
The important thing is to hold things that are good for the long term. Mm-hmm. So even through the bad times when it might not be making you money, and you might have lost money on it, you know that when things are good again, it'll make you a lot more money. Just invest for the long term. Don't let people tell you that you can't do it.
Because you can. We all can. We can. I want everyone to watch. Listen. If I had to give everyone homework, I would tell everyone to watch Dumb Money. I don't care if radio live the life. It's not the point. The point I'm trying to make is watch Dumb Money because it's not just a good movie, but it actually teaches you a little bit of some things. And even me right now, why I'm asking some of the questions I'm asking is because I watched that movie, and some of the stuff it didn't answer, and I know Jacob knows a lot about this stuff, so comment below if you have some questions for him. He checks out the videos, he listens to it afterwards, and there's a couple more videos coming up. I'm just waiting for a couple things to come in so it all balances out nicely, because first I'm going to go hard on something and kind of diss it and disrespect it, and then I'm going to admit that I'm wrong about it. But not completely wrong. You know what I'm talking about, Jacob. And I think everyone's going to enjoy what's coming up. So there's also some new music coming up. There's some new songs coming up. Everybody stay tuned. And I will get the next time I get down there to where I do my things to get it uploaded, I am going to start trying again Rumble. I got the Extravagant radio page set up. I just need to get something up on there. It didn't work last time conveniently enough. Which is agitating. But we're gonna get it squared away. So with all that said, thank you, Jacob. Please, everyone, get Shibu Inu, man. We gotta talk about it. Put it in everything. I don't care. When you're doing your videos, whatever it may be, I don't care what it is. Talk about Shibu Inu.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. Tell your mom. Tell your dad. Tell your uncle. Tell your aunt. Tell everybody. Tell your teachers. Tell your seafoods. Tell your cat. Tell your dog, just in case you know that they have like a secret under. Oh, they ain't talking. I'm just. For real, though. Seriously. Tell everybody. And I ain't playing around. This is serious. Shibu Inu. This is our last hurrah, I believe. And Shibu Inu is our ticket to a little bit of peace for a little bit. And we have to be careful how much we get, because if we get too much, we all gonna die. That's just the reality. Anyway. And that's all I gotta say. Jacob, tell them where they can find you.
You can find me on 2 channels on YouTube. I have the Shib Lord, and I also have Gadro's Games, and they're both on YouTube. I hope everyone has a good day, and you can buy Shibu Inu coin on Robinhood.
That's right. Shibu Inu is on Robinhood. That's it for today's show. Love y'all. Stay tuned. Some cool stuff coming up. This is E to the Extravagant Radio. Get Shibu Inu. And here's a little tune to remember that this was the Shib Lord. Here we go.
If you're trying to learn about stocks and investing,
He's not a financial
you're
advisor,
gonna want to go to a logical and straight mind.
but he gives great financial
Focus
advice.
and strength.
You know where I'm going?
Look no further than the Shib Lord.
Shib Lord, invest in Shibu Inu. Shib Lord, invest in Shibu Inu. Shib Lord, invest in Shibu Inu. Shib Lord, invest in Shibu Inu.